always put it together and give it a dry fit to make sure everything fits and pulls up tight when we clamp it. And after we make that check, if everything's alright, we're ready to put in the glue. We'll take our glue brush and we'll brush it up the sides of the mortise. We're putting a little up here. Then we'll put glue on our tenon. Now when we put this in, we want the top of the leg and the top of this exactly. Okay, now we're ready to put this in here. Now we'll set this down. Snug this up. Now we've got our two ends here and here glued together and taken out of the clamp. Now we need to put these side braces in there and do a dry clamp to make sure everything fits good before we glue those two to the two legs. Alright, those fit real nice. And we're ready to glue those two braces to the two ends. But before we do that, there is a middle brace that goes right in here. And we drilled some holes on each end, a counter bit bore hole and a hole to put a screw in to attach this. But before we can glue this, we need to do our pattern, and this is a full-size pattern that you can put on this piece of wood and draw around it and cut it out. Now our brace is cut out. Now we'll go over the drill press and put the drum sander on and sand these edges. Then we'll use the router and we'll round over these edges on both sides. Then we'll sand it and get ready to attach it. We're going to fit this in there. We'll clamp it, then we'll drill the holes and put our screws in, then we'll take them back out. We'll glue all of it together. Okay, now we're going to take a wet rag wipe off any excess glue. And then we'll have to cut some plugs to plug these holes on the ends. So we'll be cutting the plugs and gluing those in there. Now we're going to be belt sanding our top on both sides. We have both sides sanded. We're going to sand the edges, and we're going to do that over here on this belt sander. Now we're going to take our router and we're going to round over these edges on both sides. Now we're going to route the groove for the glass and the plywood on both sides. Now, the last thing we have to do is take our orbital sander and go over and sand this all a little smoother, and then we're ready to put this on. Now we're getting ready to mount our top on our table. We're going to drill some angled holes, 2 in each side. When we start to bend in and angle it, this now is the completed end table. Made out 2 befores, and I told you we made some modifications on this one. One of them being that under the glass top we put a sub bottom in there. We'll felt that, and then they can put pictures in there before they put the glass top on. The other modification we're going to make on this one is we're going to make a shelf right here, and that way they can put magazines or something like that. Start staining. This is your end table made out 2 before. It's all stained and be ready for polyurethane as soon as this dries. If you'd like to build one of these, then purchase the plan, which is a complete drawing, bill of material, plan of procedure, shows you details of all the parts. And if you'd like to buy the full-size patterns, you may do that. The drawings will be emailed to you as soon as you pay for them. The patterns will be sent to you by the United States Postal Service. If you have any problems or any questions on this, feel free to email me or call me. I'll be glad to assist you any way I can. Thank you for watching, and enjoy your woodworking.